I can walk through your parents' house in 10 minutes and tell you whether they should stay, renovate, or sell. I can tell you which repairs are worth the money and which ones are a flat out waste. I can tell you the one thing that scares me when I see it in a senior's home, and it's not what you think. I can do that because I spent 8 years in construction and 8 years buying and flipping homes. Years of crawling through attics and crawl spaces and looking under sinks. That is what I'm bringing today. My name is Ryan. I'm a construction guy turned real estate guy turned consumer protection guy. Licensed realtor in North Carolina, not an attorney, not a financial advisor, not a contractor, just a guy who has seen enough houses to know what is going on inside the walls. State and local building codes vary. Every house is different, and I am not your inspector. What I'm giving you is the framework for how to look. When I walk into a senior's house, I do not start in the kitchen. The kitchen is a distraction. Here's the order I actually go. Number 1, the bathroom floor, specifically the floor right in front of the toilet and the floor at the base of the tub. I get down and I press on it with my hand. If it feels soft, even a little bit, there is rot under that vinyl. Rot under a bathroom floor means slow leaks. Slow leaks mean mold. Mold is the most expensive surprise in any house I've ever owned. The fix is not the floor. The fix is the subfloor and sometimes the joists. I have seen a $1,500 plumbing leak turn into an $18,000 repair because nobody pressed on the floor for 5 years. If that floor feels right, I'm already happier about the house. 2, the HVAC age and the ductwork. I find the unit, I look at the manufacturer plate. If it is over 12 years old, I am pricing a replacement in my head, $5,000 to $9,000 depending on size. Then I walk to a register and I put my hand in front of it. If the airflow is weak, the ductwork is probably collapsed somewhere, or the filter has not been changed in a year or more. In a senior home, weak airflow is more than a comfort thing. It's a health thing. Hot summers, cold winters, old lungs, a failing HVAC is the difference between a safe house and an emergency room visit. 3, the roof from inside the attic, not from the curb, from the attic. I want to see the underside of the roof deck. Daylight where there should not be daylight. Dark stains around the chimney or vent stacks. Sagging between the rafters. A roof from the curb tells you nothing. A roof from inside tells you whether you have 2 years or 20. 4 is the water heater and the laundry hookups. Water heater age, look at that sticker. Anything over 10 years is on borrowed time. Look at the floor under it. Any rust, any white mineral crust. That thing has been weeping for a while. Then I look at the washing machine hookups. Rubber hoses are a ticking time bomb. If a senior's house has the original rubber hoses on the washing machine, I am replacing them with braided steel before I leave that day. They are $19. A burst hose floods a house in 8 hours. 5, the grade outside the foundation. Walk around the house. I want to see the dirt sloping away from the foundation, not toward it. I want to see gutters with downspouts that actually carry water away from the house. Most seniors' homes have neither, because 30 years of mulch is built up against the siding. Negative grade is the number 1 cause of crawl space moisture, foundation cracks, and termite damage. The fix is a Saturday with a shovel. The cost of not fixing is tens of thousands. That's it. Bathroom floor, HVAC, roof from the attic, water heater, and washer hoses, and grade. 10 minutes. You know whether the house is safe to stay in, expensive to fix, or ready to sell as is. You know what I do not look at? The kitchen. Not for a senior staying in place, not for a senior selling. If a senior is staying, the kitchen does not need to be pretty. It needs to be safe. Rounded counter edges, rubber mats, good lighting, easy to reach cabinets. That is a few $100s, not $30,000. If the senior is selling, the kitchen cannot help you the way you think. I have a short on this channel about a $30,000 kitchen remodel that returned $0 at sale. It's the most common mistake I see. You cannot out-renovate a neighborhood ceiling. The buyer's going to remodel anyway. Save the money. The kitchen sells emotion. Emotion does not pay back at closing. A clean, repaired, mechanically sound house sells. Always. I told you at the top there's one thing that scares me, and it's not what you think. It's not water damage, it's not foundation cracks, and it's not even old wiring. It's the smell of gas. Not propane on a stove. Natural gas in a house with old galvanized lines. 6 out of 10 senior homes I've walked through that were built before 1980 have at least one corroded gas line somewhere. Most of them are fine. Some of them are not. If you smell anything sweet or eggy in your parents' house, get out and call the gas company from outside. Then call a licensed plumber. I'm not joking. This is the only repair I tell families to drop everything for. That is the one. Everything else can wait a week. That one cannot. I do not flip houses anymore. I've not bought a house off a senior since 2023. The reason I bring all of this construction stuff into Rigging Strategic Solutions is because it is the part nobody else in the senior transition space has. The CPAs do not have it. The geriatric care managers do not have it. The senior real estate specialist realtors do not have it. Have crawled in too many crawl spaces not to use it. If you want me to walk you through your parents' house from your phone, the Senior Safe app has a home assessment tool inside it. You take photos, the AI assistant helps you flag the things to look at. It is live as a web app right now. The first 2 weeks of premium are free for everybody. The link is in the description. The Simple Blueprint is the free starter guide. The Senior Transition Blueprint is the full 19-module course. The books are on Amazon. All is in the description. Construction guy, real estate guy, family first guy. That is the order I want to be remembered in. I'll see you in the next one.